Winners always find a way. Losers always find an excuse. There's a lot more excuses and losers out there than there are winners, which was why the winners stand out. Big capital letters. Winners always find a way, and losers always, big capital letters, always find an excuse. It's a lifestyle choice. If you're serious and keep pushing, you'll have a breakthrough that you need eventually. Mr. Tran says, appreciation for sharing with Chuck Liddell. Nick says, thank you for today's lesson. Mark says, capital letters, thank you, Chuck, for taking time out of your day to share your insights. Derek, thank you for the ongoing mentoring and best wishes on your purple belt testing. I'm working towards the first stripe on my white belt. Wherever you're at, start there, man. You know, I had my white belt. I just got my blue belt a year ago. It's right behind me right here. I got my blue belt a year ago right there. And, you know, a year later, I'm getting the purple belt. So, and if you go look on the internet, they'll say that's really quick. Well, guess what? I've been training with the best people in the world. I've been training 18, 20 days a month with the best people in the world. And we're not going to class for 1 hour. It's all one-on-one time. It's all one-on-one time with the best people in the world, about 4 hours a day, sometimes 3, sometimes 5, sometimes 6, but about 4 hours a day, 18, 20 days a month. So say I get in 75 hours of one-on-one time with literally the best people in the world every month. That's a lot. So, you know, you do that for a year, that's 900 extra hours of one-on-one training with literally the best people in the world. So 900 extra hours, something like that. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm excited about it. I got my purple belt test, and hopefully in 2 weeks I can announce that I have my purple belt. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's good. We'll see. I don't get ahead of myself. If I got to take an extra month to iron a couple things out, then I will. And I'll have to say, well, you know, a couple things I could have done better, and yeah. So I hope I can tell you in 2 weeks that, like, oh, yep, here it is. And if not, maybe it's going to take me 1 more month to iron a few things out. But I'm right there. I'm right there. Chuck mentioned Glover earlier. You know, Glover Teixeira, he said, I already got my purple belt. Claudia says I got my purple belt. Who else? I don't know, a couple other people. Frank Muir. Frank Muir says, oh, you already got your purple belt. So, and Jake said good things too. But Jake's my coach, and Jake will make the decision because it's his reputation and his judgment. So I have to respect, you know, his judgment. So no pressure. I'll get it done. Takes 1 more month. Okay, I'll get it done. I'm right there. Daniel says, Derek, big thanks to you and Chuck for the advice. Really liked what Chuck said about just sticking in there and being consistent. I've had a serious dry spell with my sales job despite doing more work than ever before. I've increased my output by 1.5x and got worse results, but it was good to hear Chuck talk about the importance of consistency to get the best results in the long term. You know, yeah, I just think about long-term results. I don't give a shit about short-term outcomes. And I know that's, you say, oh, that's easy to say, Derek, because, you know, you don't have to worry about short-term. Bro, I grew up worse than most of you. Very few of you had a shittier childhood than I did. Most of you had better resources and better circumstances. And congratulations, and that's great. All right, so, but I had plenty of bad days, and I worked through them, and I hope that you do too, you know? Winners always find a way. Losers always find an excuse. There's a lot more excuses and losers out there than there are winners, which was why the winners stand out. So winners always, big capital letters, winners always find a way, and losers always, big capital letters, always find an excuse. So it's a lifestyle choice. If you're serious and keep pushing, you'll have a breakthrough that you need eventually. And it might be frustrating for some period of time before then. That's life, man. That's life. If it's something you're serious about, you know, we could talk about that one-on-one with, well, if you're in the mastermind group, we could do that. So we'll see. Maybe that's something that I can help you with in the future. Yunmai says, thanks, Chuck. I'll keep sticking to it, working, and accomplish goals above what is expected. Aaron says, awesome seeing Chuck Liddell on here. Thank you, Derek and Chuck, for your advice. Brian says, thanks for having a living legend like Chuck on to hear from the well of wisdom. great conversation. One point that stuck out the most for me was when the two of you were talking about, work till it gets done. So much wisdom in that phrase, as well as when Chuck said, remember what got you here. So I look at those fundamentals, keep working on those. Overall, always took, if the goal is not done, keep working. On that note, I'm off to do some BJJ after the call. After a long day, still working on my goals. Come back and work on some more of my personal goals. Yeah, man. Being an entrepreneur, this would be a frustration that I had with girls, or a frustration that they had with me also when I was younger, was like, oh, what time are you going to be home? Like, I don't know, whenever I get done. And they, well, you don't know what time? Can you be back by dinner time? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, if you're a business owner, people have this delusion that like you get to set your own schedule. You get to, okay, nobody else has got to tell you what to do. But you know what? You got to tell yourself what to do. And you got to be a lot meaner boss for yourself than anybody else would be, to you. You have to be a lot more strict than anybody else would be. You have to be. So, you got to go just do whatever's necessary to win. You got to do whatever's necessary. Doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter what other people would do. You just got to do whatever's necessary. Some people are confused. They say, Derek, what is the 10 Commandments of wealth? Not the 10 maybes of wealth. It's the 10 core things that you're going to need to know about in detail if you'd like to accumulate significant wealth in your lifetime. Click this link up here to find more information, exactly what is the 10 Commandments of Wealth, how is the program structured, what's inside of it, how are you going to benefit from it. If you're doing well already and you'd like to do better, click that link and find out more. There's over 100 hours of content in this program. I've interviewed dozens of world champions that shared what it took for them to win, to be the top Hall of Fame athletes in their respective areas. And I brought a lot of other superstars in there from business, people that are real world entrepreneurs that made serious money, as I have myself. We all share with you what are the foundations you're going to need to know if you want to be successful yourself. Be a chooser, not a loser. Leave a comment if you want a business or success question answered, and subscribe for even more winning.